cameras, maybe, Jonathan?
David Kim said this will be a good match. Yes, indeed, I can agree with you there. TJ Bashers and Bloodhawks both were looking really solid today. Bloodhawks had a few mistakes they just needed to fix up, and I think they probably did so in the time between their matches, and we'll see here. Bloodhawks on the right, TJ on the left. Both 5 alive right now as Bloodhawks making it towards the god.
Jonathan, we're going to fix that camera for you right now. Yeah, TJ and Bloodhawks here. This one is going to be awesome. I'm putting my money on TJ. What do you got, Kyle?
I say Bloodhawks.
Awesome.
Looks like a ref running in to check the TJ player in the Dorito Tower. He's calling him clean, so it's a good sign for you, Andrew.
I am taking TJ. I am taking TJ to win this whole dang thing, so I do expect some W's here. Still 5 alive, getting themselves out of the double home. Always good. Well, but a running referee coming in to check that god.
Bloodhawks gets into the snake clean.
They are going to pull him out. No penalty, though.
Uh-oh, so 54 in favor of Bloodhawks. Let's go.
The 8 people watching the stream, thank you. You're welcome, dog. That Viper player playing real tall is going to decide to get rid of that bunker and trade it out for the Snake 1 instead. They have Bloodhawks have a Snake 3 player and a Snake 1 player. Snake 3 Bloodhawks player coming in asking for a check. Bobby will say, continue playing, sir.
Maybe. Yep, clean.
Yeah.
And TJ losing their Dorito Tower player. So
TJ doesn't need all 5 players to win.
Looks like
they really only need like 1.
Looks like 3 on 5.
And this Dorito player looking Snake side, I think. Oh, he can't. He won't be able to see him from that.
He's not gonna be able to see him. That center brick is covering the Snake 50 from that Dorito that 200.
Oh, Archie Barnes Jr. in the chat too. What's up, FSU? Archie's a super cool guy. ABJ.
Oh, we got TJ getting in the Snake 2.
And trying to shoot cross, trying to shoot that Dorito 1. Looks like he wasn't able to pick that up.
So Bloodhawks picked up the Snake 2 call, but don't know that TJ he retreated to the Snake 1.
Retreats back.
Still 5 alive for Bloodhawks. Bloodhawks looking really comfortable right now. Nice and easy, taking their time, trying to make sure that they can pinch out these 3 players.
ABJ here in the chat, about to have a baby, I think, or any day, or just had one. So either an early congratulations or a later congratulations, future congratulations to you, ABJ.
Bloodhawks moving up, and the Snake past the Snake 50 into
past the Snake 50,
TJ's
and if he pops
side.
up here, yeah, and he's gonna
able to see the Dorito.
That Dorito player now knows it's here, and he missed him. So if he's able to, yeah, and he's able to get his gun out, he should be able to stay there, and he should be. I'd be lofting paint all over here.
Yes, I would too. And that's what he just started doing.
I feel like one of those is gonna find their way in there.
Only problem now is he has to stay really, really tight. Was able to put that Dorito player in.
Yeah, that Dorito
kind of a stalemate right now.
He looks like he's almost trying to hit the bounce shot on it, but I feel like he's fairly neutralized. If he stays there, he's bound to get this kill. He's got no pressure coming on him from the outside of the Dorito there. Oh, he is matched on the. Bloodhawks do have a Dorito 2 player. Oh, and smart move from the Bloodhawks, backing up just a couple of feet here. Now he's able to at least play this bunker on both sides and not have to worry about the Dorito. Then he's
got to be careful of that paint bouncing off. Oh, here we go.
Oh.
What a move from the Snake player for Bloodhawks. Gonna look across the field, shoot that Dorito player.
So that Bloodhawks player, I don't think he got, oh man, really?
So able to shoot the home out, and Dorito only left for, and there goes the concession for TJ. Bloodhawks now up 1-0 with 10.5 left. All right, so, we have Phoenix Rising versus Philippines. Philippines on the right, Phoenix Rising on the left.
So me and Kyle are from Arizona. Kyle, who you got?
Man, I'm gonna. This is a tough one. This is a really tough one. I'm gonna have to vote for Phoenix Rising. It's an AZ team. I actually used to play with Rising for a little bit.
Sorry about this drone angle, guys. Ryan's going to figure this out here in just a second and switch this over to gameplay. We will just tell you that Rising has 5 alive, Dorito 2, Command Center, Snake Tower, God, and Snake Corner. Philippines, 4 alive. Oh, look
Looks
at
like
this.
Phoenix
Look at
Rising
this
going
run.
for a big bunker.
So Rising is going to take out the Command Center, the Dorito 200.
And it looks like he just hit
Does
the
get the
Dorito
shot on
Tower
the
as
Dorito
well.
Tower.
Yep.
So Rising guys will take a quick first point. Yeah, Rising going to take that first point real quick. They look great. That was quite the run through from far deep.
Oh, yeah, I believe he took off from the home, went all the way through the middle, bunkered their center brick. Man, that was a big run.
Meanwhile, the Bloodhawks and TJ back on the field. I'm taking TJ to go ahead and even this thing up 1-1 on this one.
I don't know. Bloodhawks are looking really solid. They're off the break shots.
I will say the Bloodhawks look incredibly more improved than how they were looking last year. That's for sure.
I believe they had 5 alive that first point.
Yeah, they look. I'm quite impressed. They definitely look like a new team. Even Kwitsky says they got a chance to stay in NHL.
Almost a jump from the Bloodhawks. He does tag back up and then goes out to the Dorito corner.
And he still made it. So still 5 alive for the Hawks. Only 4 alive for TJ.
And what did I say? Their off the break shots are just on point right now for Bloodhawks. Shooting at TJ, body off the break, making him take the walk. Bloodhawks already in the snake, moving up to the snake 3 right now. Nobody knows that he's in the snake because I've got no guns looking at the snake.
0.
He's about to make it all the way down, look up, and just catch 4 bodies. Well, as one walks off for TJ.
And he's just going to keep going.
Another one comes out to the God.
He's going to shoot the command center. He's going to
Shoots
shoot
the
the
Dorito
tower,
and that's the point.
God, and that's it.
Bloodhawks, man.
Ay, Dio mío. Bloodhawks.
1 minute.
Okay. Okay.
I've been pretty on point with my predictions today.
I think we're fairly close to even, actually. Lots of Hawks fans in the chat. Lots of Hawks fans in the chat.
Hey, shout out HK Army.
HK, big fan of the Hawks. Meanwhile, we'll jump back to this Rising Philippines game. First match of the day for Rising.
20 seconds.
They didn't fill out our little questionnaire here, so I don't have a ton to tell you about them. What I can tell you is that this roster is a little bit of mix of 3 different teams. Rising Premier from last year, Scottsdale Elevation from last year, and AZ Battlezone that plays semi-pro in the NXL.
Oh,
So
that was kind of an early jump from Phoenix Rising, but he didn't get caught out. Made it to the God bunker alive.
They got new jerseys. They got new sponsorship. Phoenix Rising done with HK Army onto weapons. They got a new look. They got new stuff going on. They got new people. So
I wonder how Phoenix Rising feels about the switch as they lose their Snake 1 player.
Takes a walk. And that's Jay Reynoso. Excellent Snake player. You can really get a lot of work done in there if they can get him in there correctly. I believe Q is on this team. Evan McCarty. A couple of other guys that I know.
And Phoenix Rising losing their Dorito Tower. Looks like just 3 alive now for Phoenix Rising, as 5 alive
Referee.
for Philippines. And Philippines losing their
Losing that
center
center
guy,
attacker.
and as well as someone in the back. So it's now a 3-on-3, all tied up on bodies. Phoenix Rising doing a good job in that low body situation.
I like the Philippines' position better than I do Rising's. The Philippines definitely a little bit more split with having the Dorito 200, the Dorito Tower, and the God over here. If they want to, it looks like that snake side can is trying to keep that that God in from getting in the snake. But if they can make that move, they can really start pinching out Rising.
Phoenix Rising home player did move up to the Dorito Tower now into the center wedge.
Is that Cooch? Might be Cooch.
It's possible. I can't tell from here. Philippines remaining calm, though, standing their ground, shooting out that center wedge player. So now a 2-on-3 situation in favor of Philippines.
Rising makes a nice move out.
Getting wide. Philippines really needs this point to tie up. Seems like they're very calm.
Philippines doing a small tactical retreat into the snake corner from the God. And if you're Rising, you're very, very content to let every second click by. No worries, no problems. You can let Philippines come to you.
It would be very, very hard to win this 1-0 with 11.5 minutes on the clock, but it is possible.
Rising is going to be pretty exceptionally well coached. Got a lot of pros, a lot of former pros in and around that camp, and they've been around obviously forever and ever.
Philippines moving up from the snake corner into the snake one. So slowly taking the ball and moving up the field. Trying not to make any mistakes that'll cost them a body. Phoenix Rising now matching in the snake, moving up into the snake two. Philippines noticed that move, caught the snake player, knows he's there, and is doing his absolute best to contain him.
I mean, if you're the Philippines, I don't know. You've played enough matches today. You've probably seen enough games to know that center stuff can work here. I don't really know what the plan is. I don't know if they know what the plan is.
I don't know if they know the full kill count, so I think that the Dorito Tower player is trying to identify bodies. He keeps looking down across field, see if there's anything in the middle. I doubt he can see the snake from there. It's a very far shot. There's a lot of bunkers in between them. The Philippine Snake 1 player playing way out wide into in a dead zone of that bunker, so that he doesn't get shot from across field.
Oh, yeah.
That Dorito player by Phoenix Rising trying to contain this tape on the snake to keep this Phoenix Rising player from coming down and blowing everybody out of the water.
And another 2 minutes has ticked by as Rising, like I said, just very happy to let these guys come on to them. And Philippines hasn't done anything about it. No moves. Still in that 100, still in that corner.
Sounds like that might be Cody Rich for Phoenix Rising, because the snake player keeps calling out his name. He has the kill count, has proper information, and is trying to get that across the field all the way to the Dorito side. But
Cody Rich in the snake or the Dorito?
Doritos. I believe that's Cody Rich in the Doritos.
Cody Rich, definitely a nasty, nasty player.
I could be wrong, but
if it is him, I can understand why Philippines wouldn't want to move.
right, and it makes sense why the Philippines are kind of just remaining cautious.
I mean, that being said, though, like that snake one to that cross shot is is a long way. I don't know why Philippines won't be pushing anything. It's another minute's gone by.
I don't really hear the Philippines talking very much
Not a lot of
at
talking,
all.
not a lot of guns.
Not at all. I think they're really just trying to figure things out. They know that there's at least 2 bodies. They know where they are, and Phoenix Rising is just not moving to make any mistakes right now, which is in their favor because another minute has ticked off the clock. Phoenix Rising still up 1-0. Feels like we're kind of at a standstill right now.
We are
Not a,
completely at a standstill.
like
I wonder how much paint
almost
these
no
guys
paint in
have.
the air.
Yeah.
There's literally almost no paint in the air right now. I think everybody's kind of getting low on paint, and everybody realizes that. I'm not sure what I would do in this situation. If I was Rising, I probably would.
If you're
Like-
Rising, you're doing exactly what you should be doing.
Right.
But if you're the Philippines, you should be talking. The Snake player should be telling the Dorito guys, you got the ball.
That,
one way or the other. Someone's got to recognize this.
That 100 should probably stay there. That Dorito corner should definitely move up into the middle somewhere.
Yeah.
I don't know that he's able to do any good back there in the Dorito corner. So got to find another bunker where you can actually do something, especially when you're up bodies. But like I said, I know that, but do they know that? I hear a lot of talking coming from the Phoenix Rising side of the field, and they are further away from me from the Philippines, so I should be able to hear the Philippines players talking, but I hear nothing.
Well,
A total of 5 minutes
yeah.
has elapsed on this point now.
One of the weirder games of the day, as finally
Definitely.
that Dorito corner player decides to move somewhere into the middle-ish.
Goes to the Dorito Tower.
Keep going, bro. What's stopping you? As Tyler Harmon tells us.
Yep, what's stopping you? He's not shooting his gun. He's not getting shot at. There we go. He fills out to the home.
Okay,
Okay.
well, that's not really what I meant by doing center.
It's not horrible, though, because he's maybe able to get a little bit support on the Snake side. I feel like maybe he's comfortable with his Dorito player being able to hold the tape and hold that Dorito player in.
Oh, my goodness. No, he's just
I think their goal right now is to try to get this Snake player out, since whoever's on the Dorito side, if it is Cody Rich, you're doing an amazing job just holding it down, not letting anybody shoot you.
So that Philippines Dorito corner player has moved himself all the way to basically the god and has turned himself into a Snake 2 player, or a 2 on the Snake side instead of a 2 on the Dorito side. They've accomplished as much in the last 3 minutes as they had in the previous 4 minutes, which is nothing.
Yeah, this is quite a long point. I have to say this is the longest point I've seen in a very, very long time. I think just about 6.5, maybe 7 minutes have elapsed now on this game time, and nothing really has happened at all in the last 5 or so minutes.
As the rain is starting to come down again.
Ever so slightly. If Phoenix Rising wins this point, then the Philippines definitely are going to have an issue because they wasted a lot of game time. And it looks like, oh, there we go. We get our drone footage back. Thanks to Ryan. Lazaro Lopez says, commentating is hard during points like this. Yes, it is. Where I don't really know what to say other than they're still in the Snake one.
We're rooting for
Still
both
in the
teams.
God. Still in the Dorito one.
Go
It's
teams.
Still a 3v2 in favor of Philippines, but they are down a point, and they've wasted now 7.5, almost 8 minutes on this point. I believe, it looks like the Snake One player for the Philippines is picking up paint off the ground.
Oh, boy.
I mean, you can do that.
No, you can definitely do that.
He's picking up paint, seeing the ones that are chopped, seeing the ones that are bad. I mean, that paint, I doubt it's going to shoot straight. Bro's talking about the weather during a point. Got to do what you got to do. Yeah, I mean, what else are we going to talk about?
It's important to know for me to tell you that the rain is falling.
You know what?
That might make somebody rush.
At this point, I might as well shout out our sponsors: D3fy, Violence, DOS Paintball, Gunfighter, Andrewlopezlawpc, Committed Paintball, Maxed, Lone Wolf Paintball, and Matrix Gear USA. Thank you guys, everybody watching right now during this grueling point. I hope you're enjoying it as much as I am.
I think we're at about 9 minutes on this point.
Yes, because I think the game time was just about 12 minutes at the start of this point.
And this Snake 1 player for Philippines is basically useless. He has
Yep.
literally no paint.
No paint. I don't think that the Viper player has paint either. I think he
I
has
see
maybe half a
nothing.
hopper.
I see nothing on his back.
Looks like he's going to go try and get a rundown or something, but he's got almost no paint. I think the Dorito player
As
is
the
out of
Snake
paint
player
as well.
makes a retraction, the Phoenix Rising Snake player is going to move back into Snake 1. He
So
does
now-
know that he's in that brick there. Somebody has to have paint on this field.
So now here's the question: if everybody ran out of paint, what happens?
No point,
Like
right?
no point, right? I mean,
Oh, well, I
Phoenix-
guess not. It's still the first one to touch the buzzer.
I mean, yes, but Phoenix Rising is up
Oh,
1-0,
he's about to get
right?
his wig split here. If he can just, oh my goodness.
This is
He's playing a super
Okay.
dead zone in that point. That was cool.
now it's getting interesting because we're down to 2.5 minutes. Phoenix Rising only up 1-0.
And the Philippines
they're
knows
down
that
a
they're
body.
down. They know they
Um,
need a point.
the
They know
Philip-
basically they lose this point, they're in a whole lot of trouble now.
I can tell you that two of their players on the Philippines have no paint on their back
Yeah.
and are barely shooting. So I guarantee they have like less than a half a hopper. I know that the Snake 1 player has no paint. He's picking up paint off the ground, trying to shoot it in one ball at the Snake, but couldn't catch him. Phoenix Rising retreated back to Snake 1, not really doing anything. Dorito player still there in the same bunker he was in about a minute into the point. Now less than 2 minutes left. Wow, this is fun for everybody. Us in the booth, the refs,
The chat.
the chat.
Chat's loving it. Chat's asking for more weather updates. Don't worry, we got you.
Yeah, currently it's 48 degrees out here at ASG. Partially cloudy skies,
It's
a
definitely.
light drizzle.
Tell us about the Pythagorean theorem. Pythagorean theorem. That's the sides.
The a squared plus b squared equals c squared. Yeah, it's
we
to
got
find
you.
for
Don't even trip, dog.
only for right triangles.
Only
though.
correct. Yeah.
Yep.
Yeah. What do you? Kidding me? Mitochondria. Okay.
This-
Well, we can't get into. Listen.
I kind of feel bad for the Philippines in this point, but like at the same time I don't.
Well, here's the
because
thing: is that
this
it's about to get very interesting because
It
they,
is.
they literally have no choice. They have
I mean-
to go. He's got to kill 2 people with, I don't know, to the 12 balls that he has.
Uh-oh,
he
wait,
got him.
he
He got him.
he might be hit.
Did shoot him in the center.
Oh, and the Dorito player's hit. He was calling for a check, no penalty, so 1 on 2.
2. But this guy still is picking up paint at the ground. Yeah.
Oh my.
Ball
Okay,
is
so
over here.
30 seconds left. All right, let's see what's going to happen here. So we got
And
2 on
Dorito
1
player
in
has
favor of
to know.
Philippines. Snake 1 for Phoenix Rising. The 300 and the Doritos for the Philippines. The Snake 1 is still for the Philippines. Still trying to pick up paint off the ground. I think he's probably running out of good paint on the ground to use.
This
this
can't
point.
happen. If the Philippines,
I mean,
guys,
10
there's
seconds.
10 seconds. You
There's-
cannot die inside your bunker.
They have no paint.
have to
There's
go.
no way that they're able to do anything.
This is unbelievable.
Are you?
Game time finished.
That's insane.
Game start.
That's insane.
Wow.
I literally said at the beginning, I said you can win at 1-0, but how likely is that going to happen?
Wow.
And it just happened.
That was a 12-minute point, guys.
Oh my goodness. Wow.
Wow, that was.
30 seconds.
This is why limited paint is a bad idea. That's debatable. I mean, there isn't limited paint out here, and they still all managed to run out of paint. So I
Lee
don't
says,
know if that
"Congrats,
was-
Philippines, on being the worst team in the world." I don't think
I mean-
that's really the case.
Well, Lee,
Everybody on the field ran out of paint.
Yes, but you cannot just. You can't. You have to go.
I mean, yeah,
You-
Philippines could have ran down the
You
field
just
and
have
hit the
to
buzzer.
At least run through or concede the point or something. You were down 1-0. You just
Yeah.
literally let it. That
Yeah, no, that's true. That's true. I think that if they have a coach in their pit, their coach definitely needed to
their
realize that
coach
and
needs
concede.
to whoop that ass
But
up
yes.
there. That was. I don't know what that was. Anyway, TJ Bloodhawks back in the field. They've had literally 12 minutes to think about what they're going to do next. So let's see if they're able to do something. The answer is no for TJ as they lose their first body out of the D side tower. They put the
And-
second guy in there. He also gets clapped out. Let's see if they try to throw a third guy in there.
So now I'm actually hearing paint flying in the air. and it's actually making me happy.
Bloodhawks going to lose their home player. TJ's going to fill into the Viper, but I think it's a 43.
The ref going in to check the Viper player for TJ.
Running ref.
Uh-oh. Oh, wait.
Well, he wanted a check, so that
and
should be
clean. Okay.
Yeah.
You know what? Hey, respect to players calling for checks, though. You don't want to pull penalties.
Oh,
you
man,
know.
if you think you're hit, ask for a check.
Exactly. Especially as a snake player, you're diving in. You never know when your pack could get hit. You don't want to risk getting a penalty.
Yeah, and these TJ guys, they know how to play. They know what they're doing.
Bloodhawks filling out to the God now from the snake can. TJ charging up
Great
the snake.
moves.
Oh,
on
my
this
goodness.
Snake crawl. I don't think that they have any idea where he is with this.
Oh, no, they don't. And he's about to...
Oh.
He's about to shoot him in the pack.
Yep.
And
So TJ
shoot
will
across the
just
field
shot up
and
shoot
shoot
this tower.
another player in the pack in just 2 seconds.
And there's
and
a penalty.
And a penalty. Oh,
Oh,
I think they might have gotten lucky.
No, exactly.
might
Bloodhawks
have
just
gotten
got
lucky.
very lucky.
Yes. So I don't know if you could see on the stream what just happened there, but as the snake player for TJ rounded Bloodhawk Snake 1, shooting the last player in the pack, he also got pulled for a penalty as the extra body. He was pulled right before he got shot.
Him, yeah.
If he were to get shot before his body was able to get pulled or the flag were to be thrown, then Bloodhawks would be starting down a body yet again today. Another team would have started down a body, but luckily I think they're going to be 5 up on the box next point. And I also believe they're on X-Ball now.
I was just going to say, yes, correct. Because of that abomination that was the previous match, we will be in full X-Ball here. So for the next 8 minutes of game time, you're going to be seeing nothing but Bloodhawks and TJ. So remember, like we were saying earlier, once this game ends, there's 2 minutes for the teams to get back themselves in the pit, get all the air, all the paint, game plan, and get back on the field. So
Last row Lopez saying, I'm out of breath just watching that snake crawl. Yeah, me too, man. I watched it all day, and I can't even tell you. When I try to do that, I'm definitely gassed by the time I make it to their side of the field.
Yeah, anybody that can crawl like that is just so impressive. I can't do it. I can't seem to stick my gun in the dirt like that and just like push myself with like, I don't know, like I weigh 50 pounds less and just push myself down that thing. It's not gonna happen.
It's been I don't think I've ever seen like 8 to 9 minutes of X-Ball in a premier match in a long time.
God, that Rising game was just Philippines, man. Come on.
30 seconds.
I just think it's crazy that I was just talking about how you can win 1-0, but with 12 minutes left in the match, I doubt it would happen, and of course, that's exactly when it happened.
Ten seconds.
So Bloodhawks and TJ now. Bloodhawks looks like 4 alive. They lost a body off the break they're at the Dorito Tower, Dorito corner, home. Snake corner, trying to fill it to Snake 1, gets killed. So 3 bodies alive for Bloodhawks. TJ now up bodies. I believe they have 5 alive. As I say that, TJ losing their center player. Left alive is their Dorito wedge, moving up to the brick.
One of the Bloodhawks taking a walk. Oh, 2 of the Bloodhawks.
It looks like only 1 left for Bloodhawks.
Just the D corner over there.
Yeah, just the D corner. Another player from TJ taking the walk as they take out the last player of the Bloodhawks now to tie it up. 7 minutes.
So TJ back 2-2.
Uh-oh.
I guess all they needed was a 17-minute premier match in which nobody shot paint for 6 of them to figure their stuff out.
I do have to say though, I know that because of all the overtime points and all the penalties flying today, it has pushed the games quite a bit past schedule. So I think that 12-minute point with Phoenix Rising Philippines is going to help bring us back on schedule. And now with 8 minutes of X ball, well, 7 minutes left with TJ and Bloodhawks, it's going to speed things up quite a bit here. Sun's coming back out once again. Shadows are appearing on the ground. I know it's getting bright and sunny out there, warming up for the refs, warming up for us here in the booth.
I don't know. I'm pretty sure I see some cumulus.
The cumulus clouds?
With some.
Those are cumulonimbus because they have
the
rain.
And then there's the anvil, of course.
There's no anvil.
Yeah, you don't see the anvils?
No, I don't see an anvil.
I don't know, guys. Chat. Take a look at the sky. Let's talk about the weather. So
once again, I have to sorry to cut you off, Andrew. I just wanted to shout out the refs and say thank you to everybody out there. You guys are the best, especially during that long 12-minute point, just sitting around doing nothing.
You know, it's probably a pretty relaxing time for the refs, right? They're just they're just like, oh man, this is what's. I'm not getting shot. I'm not getting shot at.
Right.
I can just get out of the way and just maybe I take my mask off in the corner here. No, don't do that.
No, don't do that.
No
They
refs
got their lunch break a little early.
Yeah.
30 seconds.
All right. TJ Bloodhawks coming back out on the field. 30 seconds on the break time to get on the box and get going. Bloodhawks only have 4 out right now. Trying to get their 5th body out right now. Just got chronoed.
Chase, I believe that the matches might be slightly behind. There have been some things,
10 seconds.
but mostly just some penalties here and there. Oh, I think we're checking on time right now.
Game on.
We have Mr. Mike Hinman.
All right, looks like 5 alive for TJ. They both corners went out wide. They got the home, and both towers, the Snake and Dorito tower. Dorito corner calling for a check. Ref calls him clean.
Looks like 5 alive for Bloodhawks as well. Anyway, I think the games are running semi-close to on schedule. Not terribly behind, but there have been a lot of penalties. So, thank you, Josh.
So I just
Cloudy.
got confirmation we are way behind schedule in these premier matches right now.
Oh, hey, just kidding, guys. Forget anything that I just said. So we are behind. I don't know how far behind. We'll try to get a more valid. We'll try to figure it out a little bit better and try to figure out exactly what's
Looks like
going on
TJ losing a body out of the Dorito tower. Left with only 2 alive.
here. TJ and the Viper
3
won,
alive.
and Bloodhawks in the Snake 50, and they're about to see each other. I think. Oh, not anymore. TJ knows he's there now, but as he goes back down, he's not going to be able to get that shot in. We'll see what TJ tries to do.
Another
with that.
Bloodhawks player taking a walk.
And Bloodhawks also advancing into the 300. So 3 alive for the Bloodhawks. Into the 300, the Snake Tower and the Dorito, or I'm sorry, the
Viper
Snake
moved out to the Snake 1
correct,
for TJ.
which is a much better move because he would have been in a lot of trouble over there.
Another Bloodhawks player taking a walk.
So that's only 2 Bloodhawks remaining, but they do have decent position. If Arietta knows where he's at, though. Oh.
And shooting him in the back is the Bloodhawks player.
So it's 21 now. Oh, it's see ya.
And
Yep.
gets gogged.
That's a terrific shot from Arietta. So he's looking behind him. So he does have another player, I think.
Yep. So there's a Dorito player, Snake, and Snake player for TJ gets shot, taking a big bump past the 50. That Bloodhawks player.
Oh, so there were 2 more Bloodhawks players. That one's going to take the walk.
So
Now it's a 1-on-1.
Now it's a one-on-one situation. It's gonna be pretty interesting here. Dorito Tower.
I like that move from TJ.
I was just about to say that retreat from the 100 back to the Dorito Tower is very smart. You're able to stand up nice and tall.
Oh man, if we have another 4-minute point here, these guys better shoot each other in the next 4 minutes or I'm going to lose it.
I hope they don't run out of paint. And TJ gets shot out in the face by the Bloodhawks.
That's not what I wanted to happen either.
Bloodhawks player.
Towel.
Oh,
Towel.
I was going
That's
to
a
say
good
if
move.
he didn't know.
Yeah, that's a good move for the towel. 420s, plenty of points left. All right, guys, no one move from their bunkers or shoot any paint. That is correct. That's basically what happened there, Lopez.
I think, honestly, in that Rising and Philippines match, they should have just, walked up to each other and did, Rochambeau or something.
I mean, really, though, the Philippines should have just toweled with 2 minutes
Oh, yes.
to go.
No, for sure.
And been like, oh, we don't have any paint. We need a point.
Right. I don't, like I said, I don't know if they had a coach in their pit or not. I know some teams don't have coaches, but as a player on their line, I would have definitely been like and noticed,
Man, that
hey, my team has no paint. Nothing is happening right now. No guns are being shot. We're down 1-0. We can't win this.
Regime has played. I think they're 1-1. Alex, 6 minutes maybe on a towel. That's a lot. I mean, we've seen some incredibly fast points today. I think we've seen multiple points under, definitely at least a dozen points. I'd say under a minute and a half. Probably half a dozen or more points under a minute. Really cleaning people up. So.
Yeah, shout out Narcos for the 1 minute squad, right? 1 minute crew is what they said. Winning and losing points in under a minute.
seconds.
The refs are still penalty happy, but it's not that 12-minute point really messed up the juju. We need. Listen, if one of the players for one of the teams is listening here, if you could just go like yell at a ref or do something real dumb and just get these guys' juices flowing again, so that the penalties just start flying all over the place. Because there were some points where like 3 or 4 penalties were thrown. We didn't even know what team they were on. It was so convoluted. So we just, we need more of that. That's for sure. Oh, don't worry, Josh. The Dolphins are coming back soon. We're big fans of the Dolphins in here. Bloodhawks trying to take in that last bit of information from their coach on the sideline as they walk to the box. Still 40 seconds to go. Like we said, guys, this match is an X-ball, all because of that 12-minute debauchery on the last one. So 3-2 Bloodhawks over TJ. A much closer game than I personally would have expected. Bloodhawks, just judging from last year, didn't have the world's best year last year, but they're definitely looked like they're a much improved team. I think they're probably a much different team. This TJ team they've been here, they've done that, they've seen it, they know what's up. They should know everything they need to do here. So we'll see if they're able to put it together here in the next 420, even this thing up.
TJ kind of getting a little slow to the box. Let's see, 5 alive for Bloodhawks and a ref running in.
A hopper looks like a hopper problem for the Bloodhawks. And one taking the walk out of the Dorito side tower. That Bloodhawks player, at least he's able to keep his wits about him. He's able to do some head checking, I think. Oh, and on the run while trying to fix a loader. Look at that guy.
Another player for TJ taking a walk and taking some extra balls in the face while he's walking off the field.
As Bloodhawks takes the Snake 50 and Snake 1 and the home. Looks like that Bloodhawks player was able to fix his loader and
another concession by TJ.
From TJ. So I think about a minute on that point. Yeah, just about a minute. Not so good. Not so good from TJ.
Elizabeth said they got to be exhausted at this point, but watch them go. I mean, yeah, hey, that's why having a decently sized roster is very important for situations like this. You don't want to have 5 or 6 guys on your roster because you have to have 5 at all times out on the field, right? You don't want to have only 1 sub as well, because in times like this, when you're in 8 minutes of X-ball, you're going to get tired quick.
I saw some posts over the last couple of days on the WCPPL page. People are looking to get 1 more, 2 more players real quick, just a couple of days before the event. So I do know that there are teams out here that, I don't know, maybe the roster is just starting to fall apart there at the last minute. I'm not sure if it's any of these premier teams, but
hey, things happen, life happens, stuff gets in the way of paintball, unfortunately, sometimes, and we get it. But having a good roster, 7 to 8 people is probably about the sweet spot for X-ball like this. You want to have enough bodies to be able to put on the box at all times, fresh legs. Alex said, wow, momentum really shifted this match. That indeed. Bloodhawks up 4-2 with just over 3.5 minutes left on the clock. I currently only see 4 bodies on the box for Bloodhawks. Oh, it looks like the 5th body's coming out right now, chronoing. Getting the 10-second timer now. Bloodhawks now being the team to get out to the box late. Looks like
Bloodhawk's able to get 5 alive. Unfortunately, TJ, though, is one of them.
no, they lost a body off the break, so both sides lost a body off break. 44. TJ at the snake corner, snake can, Dorito tower, and the center wedge.
Both towers, the command center, and the snake corner for TJ.
Bloodhawks got both towers, center wedge, and I believe the Dorito corner.
Taking the Viper, TJ's taking the Viper 1. Hasn't been the world's best bunker from here, but if he can do something with it and get himself a little bit further, and be able to get a shot on that center brick. TJ also taking the snake 2. See if he keeps going. If he keeps going, he'll be able to blast that away real quick, because he definitely has no idea that it's here. Ooh, check his arm in the snake.
Yeah, as long as he doesn't get a penalty. Shoots the center player.
Bloodhawks player gets blown away from the center. He definitely had no idea that he was here. Is that really? Boy,
The snake player looks like he's got a hit on his left
certainly
shoulder.
Looks like he has something on him, but
Like that looks like bright pink paint.
certainly does. Oh, get that player out of there. for sure.
Blasting
Yep.
everybody on the Bloodhawks. I think that's everybody.
Don't do
He's
it,
gonna
man.
go down
Don't do it,
and
man.
touch
Don't
the
do it,
buzzer.
man.
They're going to check him out. Check his shoulder.
This is going to be an
Check his
interesting call.
shoulder.
Yeah.
Yep,
This is,
there we go. Now, yep, the ref's calling over for the head ref to check it out.
So in case you guys didn't see what we saw, this
I
snake
think he
player,
got hit
it
going in.
looked pretty clear that he has a hit on his arm. I mean, it definitely doesn't look like rub. It definitely looks like a hit. And he's also the player.
Oh, point is good. Okay, so apparently it's ruled not a hit.
So we're back to making all the mistakes in terms of conjecturing what we think is going on here. So all good.
I mean, to be fair, if you were able to see that even on camera, that is a ton of bright pink paint on the back side of your left shoulder. I mean, when would you ever be on your back on the field getting some rub?
I mean, I guess if he dove into the snake and then and landed on his side and landed on a ball and it just.
Yeah, maybe.
But I mean, boy,
That's tough.
that's a tough call from the ref. They got a tough job out there.
All I gotta say is good on that ref over there by that star box, asking the head ref to come over and check, verify before he called it a hit or not. So
The really nice thing about being on the premier field like this is, I mean, I think there are 10 refs out here. There's basically supposed to be 1 ref per player.
correct.
These guys have excellent eyes. Yes, they are human. They do make mistakes. It does happen, but for the most part, they make a lot of excellent calls. I don't know, at least from the booth perspective and from my personal playing perspective, I think the refs here have always done an excellent job. I've definitely been called out on some hits that I didn't think that were hits, and everything's just a little bit out there. It's hard. Paintball's hard. These balls are very small. They fly very fast. It's tough to see everything. And we're all a bunch of cheaters. Let's be real. I mean, if you're not cheating, you're not trying, is what I hear.
20 seconds.
So 2 minutes, 5 seconds to go in this match. 4-3 in favor of the Bloodhawks. Still plenty of time for TJ. This is much closer than I would have expected. We'll see what kind of break. Yes, the tournament is 300 feet per second.
So just over 2 minutes. TJ trailing 3-4.
A slightly late break for TJ, but he's able to get into the Viper anyway.
Shooting 1-2 bodies off the break
And
for
that's
TJ,
gonna be
and a penalty from the
Jesus.
Viper player. So
So
4 bodies dead very soon after break, and that's a
and
concession.
there's the concession. So that's going to be the quickest point of the day. I don't know how fast it was, but that's definitely the quickest point of the day.
So that was, I think, 16 seconds. So there was, it was 2:08. Yeah, there was 2:08 on the clock, and there's now 1:52. So 16 seconds.
Yeah, that was
It's a quick one, and that's all due to penalties.
Looked like a combination maybe of a penalty and then maybe some confusion at the box as to what exactly the game plan was. There was people just running all over the place. That was all bad.
Eugene said, if you're not cheating, you ain't trying.
So here's an example of what we were just talking about earlier. There's a Bloodhawks player on the field right now who doesn't know that there's a concession.
Right.
There's also a ref standing next to him who also doesn't know that there's a concession. The game time has stopped, but the break time is kept going.
Still going. Yeah, I don't know what's going on.
So I don't know whose fault this is.
1 minute.
He's out of bounds. He's just vibing. He didn't use any paint.
Oh, okay. So
Yeah,
apparently that player is just standing out of bounds because he didn't use any paint.
Yes,
Because
but they're
oh,
in next
he-
ball, and they
yeah.
play in 50 seconds.
yeah, he ran to the other side. He didn't use any paint, so he's on the other box now.
There. Now they're playing from here.
Yep. Because Bloodhawks were over here.
Oh, is that what happened?
Yep. So Bloodhawks player didn't even go to the pit.
Oh.
He didn't use any paint, necessary of filling back up pods or anything like that.
Okay.
In those 16 seconds that TJ drew, I think 2 penalties
Okay, my
and lost
bad.
all their bodies.
All of that nonsense I just said, you all can just forget about all that.
Just took a nice little jog and a stroll over to the opposite start box because the point was so fast.
He don't want to hear shit from his
He didn't
coach
even
right
have to
now.
go pit.
No, Dylan says he don't want to hear shit from his coach right now. As it turns out, he just didn't have to shoot any balls. So I guess don't bother taking the extra steps. So 3-5, a minute 52. TJ's definitely going to have to push it. They're going to double the home. Surely this is not for long. As
TJ getting right into the snake, and he's hit.
Oh, man. In the leg.
No penalty.
Probably should have been a penalty, as you should definitely be able to feel that. But so TJ, a minute 30 left. They're still doubled at the home, and they need 2 points. So they're gonna lose a body instead. They're gonna fill out to the tower. They're gonna fill out to the Snakeside Tower, the Dorito corner, and the command center, and then take also the 200. They're going to take the Snake one. So they're trying to push as their Dorito player gets eliminated.
2 on 4 in favor of Bloodhawks.
Now a minute
And
5 seconds. See.
another towel.
So another towel. And unfortunately with this one. Yeah, see, here's the problem now is that now they're down 3 points with a minute 5 seconds. I don't know if I would have toweled there.
Bobby, it like petered out for a second, so then I hit approve, and then it just.
I don't know if I would have thrown a concession there. I would maybe take an extra couple seconds and think about where the likelihood of scoring 3 points in a minute, 5 seconds is absurdly low. So you're kind of worrying about the spread at that point. It's 3. What do you do on this game? Do you go and play defense for this minute 5 seconds and just hope the spread doesn't get any larger? Or do you try to run it down their throat and try to close the spread a little bit, knowing that you're still not going to win the match, but you might have an opportunity to get the point a little bit closer?
I think realistically,
Yeah, see,
why did they
last row-
concede with a minute and 5? Because if they just wanted to sit down and play defense for that minute and 5, they could have just done so and had the spread be 5-3 instead of 6-3.
Right.
So I think what they're probably going to do is come off that gate and just charge the center.
I mean, Andrewlopez over here, he missed the playoffs with a 0.5 margin, so maybe don't towel. See, that's kind of the way that I think about it too. Basically, in order for this to make any sense for TJ has to win this point.
Yes.
Without question.
Seconds.
Let's do this. Go take a piss real quick. I'll go get my sheets, and then I'll break you.
20 seconds.
I'll try and keep my mouth shut.
10
I'm
seconds.
notorious for. Cheers.
All right, here we go. TJ absurdly late to the box. Don't love that.
Game on.
One of the Bloodhawks guys falls and still is able to make it to their bunker. Danny Lincoln also falls, is able to make it to his bunker.
Losing
but
losing
Bloodhawks
2
are
bodies
gonna
now for the
lose two, so
Bloodhawks.
they are gonna
Here.
push. Oh, well, look at this move.
Wow, what
Look
a
at that.
and
And there's a penalty.
That's a penalty.
Oh my god! How do you not throw a red?
Wow. I mean, and TJ's not going to concede
So
now.
they're definitely not to concede now. So that whole thing in the last point was a waste.
30 seconds.
That's
There's only one body alive for the Bloodhawks. He's in the Dorito Tower right now.
no.
Yep. he's
No,
in-
the guy walking, the guy he's alive.
he's.
So
I'm pretty sure he's dead.
I don't
No.
think so. He's still standing there. That's Danny Lincoln.
Okay.
In the purple beanie that you may or may not be able to see. Yeah, he's definitely still alive. Standing at the God bunker. That's Danny Lincoln. He is.
So why wouldn't he go touch the buzzer right now?
That's a good question. Touch the buzzer. And
And now he tries to, and
okay,
it's-
so that is going to be a mental error from Bloodhawks.
yes,
The good news is that they're 2-0.
Game finished.
They did beat Violence, and now they have beat TJ. So
Sean Moe said, "Wow, TJ Bashers looks horrible." They looked great earlier this morning.
Sean, they looked. I'm still picking them to win, but they.
I think the
that was
Bloodhawks